Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to discuss one of the important topic because the topic which we are going to discuss today is in use for the multiple purposes, or you can say to achieve the multiple business requirement functionalities. So we are going to discuss about that and in detail. Uh, and also we will see in the practical that how we can do so that you can the later on you can do it in your orgs. So we are actually going to talk about the my domain. So the in layman language, if I say, it is the the login URL, you can say, the URL which you see here. So it gives you the a very particular or a personal Salesforce org URL. Okay, that means that whatever the domain you will choose will be only available for you. No other org across the the globe will be having the same domain. Okay, it is once enabled for an org, can't be changed. Okay, now let us see that how we can the set up our my domain. What is the requirement of this? If we are not the may enable the my domain, then what is the the problem? So we will see one the one case first, and then we will go into enabling the my domain. Okay, so we are here into the this is our developer console. uh, the descriptive video I have already created in the about the developer console. You can find out the video in my channel, especially in the playlist of the become Apex developer. So the what I'm trying to show you is that though you have a org, you can the create your the lightning component, but as soon as the or you will be trying to preview it through an application. So what is the problem when your org do not have the domain? Correct? I mean, you have created your application, you have created your component, but when you are trying to see the result, the output, then what exactly is the problem when when your org, the Salesforce org, do not have the domain? Okay, so we will the see the my domain concept in detail, but just to to give you the demo, I am uh, showing you this thing so that there should not be any confusion at any point. So I will explain you all this, how we can create the the domain in the lightning lecture. and I'm clicking here to see the preview. Lightning component require my domain. Please contact your system administrator for more information. Now, this is this is the one case I have, but the only for the lightning we require the domain. No, we have the multiple the purposes, multiple benefits. So first, let's see about the the benefits of my domain. So actually, the one is that the your lightning application, the lightning component require the the domain. So this is the one thing we have, but we have also the other benefits. So it provides extra security through URL. Okay, helps in customizing login page require for SSO. So I will be creating a separate video for the SSO and I mean the second point I will be covering in the separate video. Now when you log in your org, I mean using the login.salesforce.com. So at that time when you're logging in the org with the login.salesforce.com, for example, you have logged in into a org that is A. Now in the same browser you want to work with B org. Again the same login.salesforce.com, and you are trying to log in into the B org as well. So what will happen is the context of A will be loosed and you will enter into B. Now suppose you tried again to log in into the C org, then the context of B will also lose and you will log in into C. Okay, so my domain helps you to log in multiple org. You can work with the multiple org by using my domain. Yes, you are right. Then by enabling the domain, then you will not lose the context. In the same browser you can work with multiple orgs. Now which one? Okay, mentioning that point as well in the now. I forgot to mention that. Even if you will create component, but when you will preview it, then it will ask you to enable domain first, and you won't be able to see result or desired output. Okay, now as I told you, that every org will have their own unique domain. Okay, means each org will have unique URL, and that is why you can log into multiple org in a browser and you can work. Okay, URL hacks are not possible. Okay, Lightning has context service policy. Okay, correct. Now let us see that how we can enable our my domain, and then we will see again with the preview of this whether we are able to preview, whether we are able to see our desired output or not. Okay, how we will go? We will click on setup and then simply type domain. Okay, then my domain. So you have to type, you have to click on setup, then either you can simply go directly with the my domain. Okay, or you can go, you can type the domain and then you can click on the my domain. My domain. Okay, now I told you that every org will be unique. Okay, and please, when you are enabling the the domain for any of the org, especially when you are into a project, always ask your manager or the client that do you have any suggestion for the domain, or if they do not they give you the suggestion, then give your suggestion to them and take the approval. Okay, because I told you that if you will be enabling your domain, it won't be able to change again. You have to the raise a case, and support team, the Salesforce support team will help you in that case. Okay, so it's a the again a very long process will be. Okay, now let's see, the Prashant is very common name, so let's see the if it is available or not. If somebody have used the Prashant, that is my name, then I won't be able to utilize this for this particular org. So somebody have already taken my name. Now underscores are not allowed here. Okay, you can use hyphen. And 34 the characters I should use. So let us see. The domain name is taken or cannot be used. Okay, so if I reduce the okay, this is also taken. This is also taken. This is the the previous name of my channel. Later on I change it. So this is also taken. No problem. Hmm. Hmm. This is available. Okay. So I will the click on the register domain. Okay. So what will be, since my edition is developer edition, that is why it is giving me DEV and ED for edition. Okay. Dot my salesforce.com. Okay. So it will be what you will see in the URL after the it will enable HTTPS, then the colon hyphen Prashant Veer 2020, then hyphen DEV, that is developer edition dot my dot salesforce dot com and the slash. Okay. Now it will take some time, and the what is the complete process. I have first the chosen my domain name. Then as I will click on the register domain, it will the take some time, and after the once the Salesforce will enable my domain, then will send me a email on my registered email ID, and then it will be ready for deployment. Okay, so let's see. Registering your domain, you will receive an email when it is ready for testing. Your domain name is, okay. So now I am on stage 2. Let me also open the email. So no email I have received. Let us wait. So we will keep on checking the email, but let us talk about the a little bit about the SSO. What is SSO? It is a single sign-on integration. So when you, like, I worked in a one project where I did a single sign-on integration, and I was I was enabling the single sign-on integration with ADFS. That means whenever the selective the user client users log in into the ADFS, they can directly log in into the Salesforce without entering the the user ID and password again. So that is the complete the different process. I will show you how I have done, and I will be trying to the explain you in the deepest way, so that whenever the SSO related problem will come to you, you can easily enable it with any system. Okay. Let us see if I got the email. Generally it takes the 5-10 minutes. So till the time we are waiting for our the domain the confirmation email to be received, I got the the comment in the previous video that one of our the brother want to understand the benefits of the lightning domain. So let us the cover on that particular the topic in the time. So the and as I the may always say that you are always invited with your questions, and I always the request you to to put your questions in the comment section, so that that becomes a platform of discussion for other people as well. And there might be the question you have, the query you have, the or the any suggestion you want to give, or any the topic you want to discuss. So might be that particular the same query or same suggestion, or the same the topic is required by someone. So that becomes the one platform where you can discuss your queries, where you can to make yourself the I mean connected with other people. So the let us see the benefits of the lightning component. So first is the responsiveness. uh, what does this mean? you know the beauty of the the lightning component is these are very easy to they create using third party css, that is SLDS. We will see this thing in a coming session. Then reusability. Now I was trying to explain you this thing. So let me let me try to create that picture for you again. Just a minute. So this is the my domain is ready for testing. And what I can do now is I can test it, and I will show you that how I I received the email from the Salesforce when our domain is also ready to. So the now as I the made clicked on the login for testing purpose, then the URL have changed now. It's Prashant Veer 2020. Then the your developer addition might be salesforce.com. Correct. This is what we have created our domain, and from here we can deploy to our user. Okay, so as you will click on this, so when you deploy the domain, we activate it immediately. Only the Salesforce customer support can disable or change your domain name once it is deployed. So as you click on OK, you can now you have deployed it. So that means that you have given the OK sign to the the Salesforce that okay, I'm fine with the domain, I have no issues, and I'm fine to use it. Okay, Now we will, when we will talk about the SSO in the same day, I will talk about more of this thing. Okay, so but let us see. First, let me close this. But let us see that I have to the login again. Now even the developer console URL have been changed now. Okay, and as I click on the preview, see, I have not done any sort of the changes. So as I click on the preview, hey, my org don't have domain, so now I have the domain, so I can say, hey, my org has custom domain enabled. Correct. So this is how you enable the domain, and then the lightning component the start working. You can see the output of your the component. So we were on the benefits of lightning component, and I was trying to explain you this. So I have one the component, and this is, let's say, is this component is for the calendar functionality. Okay, now I have the another component. This is for the I mean the clock. Okay, now I am creating a third component, and this is for, you can say, reservation, or you can say hotel booking. Okay, so when you create such application, or you can say the some functionality of the hotel booking, you obviously need a calendar and time as well. So you have the when you're working on this particular the functionality. Okay, and this is my component 1. This is my component 2. This is my component 3. Okay, so when you generally they create such kind of the the functionality where you need the hotel booking or something like that. So what you require is the calendar, a clock. So what you will be the doing is, if you don't have that particular the flexibility of usability, so what you will be doing, you will be creating the the calendar functionality again, the clock functionality again. That means the same thing which you have the created as a separate component, as a separate functionality, you, because you have the requirement, you are creating it again. So lightning the lightning says that every component should be created in a such a way that it should be an independent functionality and can be used anytime. Okay, so because of this, what we will do, we will simply use this particular component into component 3, that is for hotel booking, and component 2 in the component 3 as well. Now, whatever other functionality we require, for example, we require here is room type. Okay, so that you can create in this. Rest, this particular component can be used, and I mean the component 1 can be used in the component 3, and the component 2 can be used in component 3. You are reusing component 1 and component 2. Yes, I know. I have seen this, that there's a spelling mistake. Now I don't know how to correct it. But you are understanding, correct? So this is, is the meaning of the reusability. Okay. Each component is a separate functionality. Okay. Now this is fast. Why? Because lighting says that, avoid server call. Too many server calls should be avoided. That means when the user is, for example, you are working with any website. Okay, I'm just talking in a layman language. You're working in any website, you're clicking on a button, you need to perform some operation. So each time if it will go into your server, okay, for example, first I will write a definition here. And try to perform operations on client side only. Okay, now practically understand this thing. This is you. Okay, that means Harish, your name. Okay, or you can consider yourself. Now Harish have some task and he need the sketch pens. Okay, so the one thing is he have the sketch pens with him. I mean, he have the sketch pens at his home. Okay, second, Harish don't have the sketch pens at the home. Okay, where he will go? He will go to shop. Now Harish will go to the, Harish will, they go out from the home, will check, and get the sketch pens, will come back to the home, and then he will perform the task. Okay, so the home is a client side. That means the website on which you are clicking on the button, and this is server from which you are taking the data. and bringing to the UI, to the website. So if you have, the more and more operations availability, if you can perform the more and more operations here only, then why you will go this much of, the why will you will go and cover this much distance? It's a time taking process. First the user have clicked the button, and then for the operation it is going to the server. Correct? So this particular, the time spent can be reduced. So that is what, the client, the lightning says. Okay. And this is, the reason why we have the MVCC structure. This I have explained you in the detail. You can, refer that previous video. So here we have the two controllers, the two C's you are seeing. So we have the two controllers. Okay. Now when we have the two controllers, that is client side and server side. So the lightning says, avoid the server calls, make your functionality more and more, dependent on the client side controller only. Okay. Then versioning. That means your piece of code, whichever piece of code you want to work on certain version, you can make it. You can make it run. Okay. How? That I will tell you how we use the or if. I will tell you. Now drag and drop. So because you are developer, you created a component. That means that you have created a functionality. You again, and then you have if somebody with no development knowledge just want an application to be worked, he will simply use the standard and the custom components, will simply drag and will drop it. Okay. So it will be like something, it will be like the person, it's so easy that a person with no development knowledge, if he just know that this particular component work for this particular purpose, and B component work for this particular purpose, he will simply drag and drop and make the application work. Easy. Okay. It's an event driven mechanism. I will tell you what. It's a single page application. Okay. That means, it's not like when you click on a button, then a different, the different page will open in a single page application. The component will overlap the component. Okay. This particular functionality is lightning component for Visual Force page. Now, there are several, the projects which are already built on the Visual Force. Now the client wants the, or there's a requirement to migrate into the, the functionality into the, the Lightning. So we have the option where we can simply, the make a components, and that we, they make a dynamic, the components. That's a simple different concept. We will learn that as well in the Visual Force page, and make our function run. So what happened is, because I have worked this on this functionality, so based on, the on the user, I mean, our application will work in such a way using themes that, the it will identify that user is logging into the classic or into the Lightning, and it will work for the user flawlessly. Okay, any confusion? Okay, so your task will be enable the, the domain, understand, the concept which we have covered in the two the two classes, so that in the third class we can start our development. Okay, so thank you so much for connecting. We will connect again, and if you have any doubt, then I will say, yes, I will say, please, post it on the comment section. If you have some doubt which you really do not want to show other people, then email me. I will respond to you. And all the viewers who are, watching my, the video, I request you to please subscribe, so that, I can get the motivation of bringing more videos. And you also please, all, if you have any doubt, any suggestion, you can, you can post it in the comment sections, and share with your friends. Thank you, and stay safe. Take care. Bye.